Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys so much. I am so sorry you guys for my absence. I just want to state that it is because of work, and work has been taking up all of my time. And then last week I got slammed with, I don't know what it was, but I was sick in bed for a few days and now I'm finally back to normal. But unfortunately I go back to work tomorrow, so back to adulting in real life tomorrow, and I knew I just had to film a video, at least one for you guys. So I'm sorry about my absence, but I promise I will try to get better at balancing everything, so please bear with me while I do that. But for today, I wanted to show a little video, hopefully a quick one, about how to blend concealer like a pro, or how I at least like to blend my concealer. And in this video, I'll be showing you guys blending, priming under eyes, what kind of applicators I like to use to blend out my concealers. I will be showing you guys how I set my under eyes. We're going to go into color correcting and all that fun stuff. So if that is something you are interested in, please go ahead and keep watching. My under eyes, I feel like, are my biggest problem area. It's the area that I feel like needs the most work, and it's the area that I personally feel like I'm the pickiest about if I've ever gotten my makeup done. And this is why mostly I never like to get it done unless I have to, and that is because I feel like nobody truly knows the way I like my under eyes covered like me. And that is no hate or shade to any makeup artist who's done my makeup in the past. They've all done really nice. I just feel like everybody knows their kind of face best, so it's within your own comfort zone, and I feel like we tend to know our insecurities the best anyways, which probably isn't a good thing anyways. But I just feel like no one blends out my under eyes or makes it look the way that I like except me. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do. And you guys do know I have dry under eyes, I have sunken in under eyes, I've received filler in the past, but my fillers are wearing off, and I have hereditary dark circles, I have lines, I have dealt with puffiness, I have the whole shebang. It's dry, it's fine lines, it's creases a lot, you know, just everything you want in your under eye. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how I perfect my under eye when I have my makeup on. First things first, I actually like to go ahead and apply an eye cream. Now you guys can use any eye cream, and if you feel like you don't need it and your under eyes aren't dry, then you can go ahead and skip that step altogether. But I personally swear by eye creams. I feel like they're what make my concealer look not cakey at all, and I swear by them, and I will do anything to avoid a dry cakey under eye. So after eye cream, I will usually go in with my Tula Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balms. Now I have a bunch of products that I use as a substitute to this, so this is what I find myself using the most day to day, but I have other products. So another product I use under my eyes is the Milk Grip Eye Primer. This is really good. I know this is used as an eyeshadow primer, but it's really good to have under your eyes to just prime and extend the wear of your concealer. This is a really good one as well. There's also one by Revolution. This is the Eye Injection Under Eye Serum. I know this says it's an under eye serum, but I like to use it after my eye cream, and I find that it is really good as well. So it's something from the drugstore. So those are the ones I have, but for today I will be using my tried and true, which is the one from Tula. Now this is what the product looks like, and I actually applied this before my foundation, but because I already have my foundation on because of today's video, this might get a little messy, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyways. So I have you guys zoomed in, and I'm gonna have my mirror here too just in case. And I just essentially take this product and I apply it under my eyes. Just 1 or 2 swipes is all I need. There we go. Next, I like to go in with a color corrector. Now, I have a few color correctors that I can mention to you guys, and the few I would recommend for a drugstore option is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Color Correct Cushion Wonder. You can find this at Walmart if you reside in Canada. This is a very good one. This is the lighter pink side, on the lighter pink side, what I use kind of day to day. Next is another inexpensive one. This is from Beauty Creations. It's the Flawless Stay Concealer, but this is the orange corrector shade. I love this. If you are a woman of color, my skin shade or darker, you would love this. It is so beautiful. You need like tiniest dot, and this will last you forever because it is like Big Daddy packaging, and you do not need a lot of this. And lastly is one you guys have heard me sing the praises of on my channel, and that is none other than the Vasanti Liquid VO2. I love this color corrector. I will probably stand by this for as long as they decide to create this. I love this product so much, and this is the one we're gonna go in with today. So this is, you can purchase on Amazon, and that is where I got mine from. And I usually apply 2 dots like that. Just gonna pat this product in, and what Corrector does is it cancels out any of the blue, purple, brownish tones, so that when your concealer is on, it's not bringing forth any gray shadows. And that's something I struggled with for so long. No matter how well I was concealing or using full coverage concealers, I still felt like there was a shadow showing through my concealers, and color corrector really helps to aid that. So if that is something you struggle with, please look into color correctors. And if you do not need to color correct, then please go ahead and skip this step. Do not add any extra steps that you do not need in your routine. So that is just with the color corrector. As you guys can see, I already feel like it made such a difference. I can definitely see my fillers worn off, and it is bothering me the more I look into the viewfinder. So okay, let's just look over that. Let's just look past it. Let's just look past it. Okay, now is the point when we are going to go in with our concealer. Now for concealers, you guys can use anything your little heart desires here. You can use a light coverage, a full coverage, but I tend to like more medium to full coverage. I would say full coverage to very full coverage concealers, just because of the condition of my under eyes. They are dark. They're usually more dark if I'm not sleeping too much or not drinking enough water, which is something you should all be doing. But I just personally prefer full coverage concealers. And if you do not need full coverage, then go ahead and cater this step to yourself. So use light coverage or medium coverage, whatever you guys like. So for today, I am going to go in with Tarte's Shape Tape, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this under my eyes. Now, you can apply however much or little as you want. Like I said, you guys can cater all these steps to yourself, but since I am dealing with the dark circles I have, I don't go light-handed on my concealer, and that's just a personal preference. You guys can cater this part to yourself as well as the other parts I've mentioned. So please do not feel inclined to use as much product as I do, but this is just what I do, and this gives me the look that I want. So yeah, I know I look crazy. Okay, now to blend, you guys can use a bunch of things to blend your concealer. You can use a beauty blender. They come out with little mini ones you can get at Shoppers Drug Mart. You can use a brush, and for brush I really like using this Quo Beauty. I will mention the number down below, but this is the Quo Beauty brush. I love this so much. So amazing for blending out concealer. It will not take away any of the coverage. And one of my other favorites is to use one of these sponges, and these are like essentially powder puffs, but I get them wet so they have expanded in size, and I've mentioned these on my channel before, and I love these for blending out concealer as well. So for today, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with this sponge right here, and we're gonna go ahead and blend this concealer. Now I do feel like it does take a little longer with this puff here, but I just like the look that this provides. I feel like it blends it out really well, and honestly, all the methods that I showed with the other beauty blenders, they all work just as well, but this is just what I'm into at the moment, so it is what I'm gonna use. But I've used all of them, and I swear by all of them as well. They're all great methods of blending out your concealer. So as you guys can see, the Tarte concealer is super full coverage. The fact that I had it let it sit for like at least a minute while I was blabbering provided more coverage than normal, and this is the coverage that I usually would like, because I do not see my under eyes at all, and that is the look I want. Okay, so I personally like to go ahead and apply my cream blush or liquid blush before I go ahead and set my under eyes. So I've gone ahead and done that, and I've not touched my under eyes. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the final step of my under eye routine, which is setting. So make sure you use a powder that you know you like and that you know looks good under your eyes. And if you are on the market for a powder, I have two that I'm gonna mention, one that is pressed and one that is loose. So the pressed is the Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless pressed powder. I love this. This is amazing. As you guys can see, it is very well loved because I am like on the last bit of use for it. This is an amazing, amazing powder. Love, love, love this so much. And the next powder is the Lawless Seal the Deal. This is a loose setting powder in the shade Translucent, I believe. Yeah, Classic Translucent, and this is loose. The one downside with loose setting powders is that they can get a little bit messy on transfer, but I feel like for the look that this gives you, it is definitely, definitely worth it. So this is a great powder, and you do not need a lot of this. This has lasted me a long time, and I know it is on the higher end of the spectrum in terms of pricing, but it is well worth it, you guys. Okay, so for today, I am actually gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline Fit Me just to set my under eyes, and I'm going to show you guys that as well. So before I go ahead and set my under eyes, as you guys can see, because I've let my concealer set while I did my blush, the concealer has began to crease. So what we're gonna do to avoid setting in those creases, we're gonna go ahead and take what we used to blend out our concealer and just blend out those creases. So we're not setting them with powder because we do not want our concealer to look that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this concealer really well to make sure there are no creases. And for setting my under eyes, as you guys know, I swear by these little puffs. You can get like a bunch of them on Amazon for super cheap, and I will link that down below as well. So I just get some of that on my puff, and I'm gonna go ahead and just press this in. Do not swipe because the concealer was most likely wet, and you're just gonna end up with patchy concealer. I know because of experience. And just make sure you're pressing. And you guys do not need a lot of powder. I used to put on way too much and my under eyes would look so dry by the end of the day, but I just thought more meant more. But less is more with powder, so don't go overboard. Just use the amount that you had on your puff and just keep pushing that product in. And as you guys can see, the difference that this provides, crazy, right? Look at this eye. Look at this eye. And again, we're just gonna take powder and we're just going to blend that in here. Just press very, very well. And you kind of have to work fast between like blending out the creases and setting before new creases form, because that's with my eyes. I have a lot of fine lines, so creases will happen very fast. So I have to be quick with this process. And just FYI, if you have under eye lines, please do not feel bad. I've had my under eye lines since I've been like 11, so it comes with the territory of having allergies and rubbing your eyes like a maniac. So do not feel bad if you have under eye lines. Everybody has under eyes. But yeah, that is what it looks like. Amazing. I love, love, love this powder. So, so good. And the look it gives me. Okay, my loves, that was it for this video. Hopefully it was a short one. I am not sure yet because I have not exported it, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it is a short video that you guys will be able to enjoy. I want to thank you all for your patience and continued support on my little YouTube journey here. If you have not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm very close to 900 subscribers and I am so close to meeting my goals. And I know in a world where TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff are really popular right now, it's very hard to have everybody focus on YouTube. But me personally speaking, I prefer YouTube long like quality clips more than 30-second to 3-minute clips, to be honest. So I just feel like maybe some people are on the same boat as me. So if you are and you have been watching my videos, thank you so much for your support. I love you guys all so, so, so much, and I'll go ahead and see you guys next time. Bye.